Fahim Akunta. Fahim, go right ahead with your comments, man.
Okay, very good. How's that sound?
What's up, man? You looking good, man.
Okay,
the mayor of Blacktown.
Okay, listen
You're on the
up.
computer just like me. Look him up, the mayor of Blacktown. Don't look at me. Just look at me. Go ahead.
Indeed. One of the things that I've noticed listening to the media last few days, the emphasis has not been upon black manhood. You know, there's a lot of talk about Barack is biracial this. At his press conference, he called himself a mutt. He's a black man, and as you said, he's a product of our legacy of struggle. He's the culmination, okay? The emphasis has to be on the fact that his image symbolizes the contradiction and contrast against the sagging pants issue that we've had with our boys, the gangster rapper phenomena, the mama's boy crises that we have in our community, typified by the Hudson drama. Week before that, that guy, that young man or that mama's boy shot that girl through the bus.
Yeah, but
so we've got to see. We can't worry about the world. We got to worry about our community.
But Fahim, let me ask you something. I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you think Barack Obama and his family, his two beautiful daughters and his beautiful wife, is going to inspire African American men, especially, to man up and be men?
Indeed, indeed, and we know that as a result of course, during his campaign, his comments during Father's Day when he admonished black men. So he has told us. And Brother Salim's a very intelligent man, obviously an academician. Brother Mark, your producer, myself, computers. It's on us now. The poor people have done their part. In contrast to what Bill Cosby said about poor people, it's time for the talented 10th. It's time for us to do this. And my final point, in 4 years, what will we have to show in our community? Are we going to let 4 years lapse the same way we let 13 years lapse after the Million Man March? It's time for the black man to show the world that we can do more than run, jump, sing, and dance.
Fahim Akunta, hey, I see you on the computer, man. Fahim.
Look, if that's we're saying some things that are kind of abstract. Put it to a test. Here's how, in one way, I think you could put it to a test. If the objective of black people and black men who have the highest unemployment rate in the country,
highest incarceration rate,
and we know I was going to say that,
far.
Incarceration,
and the highest dropout rate. Okay.
By far.
If those three things have been impacted upon, then there's a change. How do you impact upon? The men themselves challenge it by going to look for a job. And don't just look, apply. If you're turned down the same rate, the same way, same consistency, unqualified, that shows it ain't impacted upon. The school thing, some of that's policy, but some of it is not. If they are inspired, when you are inspired, sometimes you take stuff that you would normally take because you have hope that things will change. So they will sit in these classes longer when they feel as though ain't nothing being offered to them.
But Pat, I don't think we should wait for that kind of inspiration. I think we should demand structural changes from our president because that's his job.
Policy,
his
agree.
job is not cultural. It's not to inspire us in any kind of cultural way. That's the civic leadership's job.
Right, I agree.
Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, and many, many, many others. But the president's job is to channel resources in a positive way that will help us maximize our potential. And that's what we have to demand from our president, structural changes in our
I want you to continue with that
society.
thought because we had the 8 years of Bill Cosby on TV and that helped us out, some of us. So we may have 8 years of Barack and his symbolism.
The worst communities in every city, one of the most prominent institutions is church.
Right.
People exhort people all the time. You can't change people by exhorting them.
Right.
You know, you have to make differences in their options in their of employment and whatnot.
But that will make difference in their circumstance.